Here you see 50 people in front of Representative Jay Inslee's office in North Seattle, August 16th, 2007, to send him a message against the war and for impeachment.
All right, everybody, if I could have your attention for a moment. I would really like for us to take a moment and realize and remember that this is the third time today that this has happened. There's been 3 time zones, and you represent thousands upon thousands of people all across this particular time zone doing this very same thing at this very same moment. And we're a lot of different groups here with a lot of different ideas, but we're here to represent MoveOn.org's amazing ability to gather together people and forces to get us out of Iraq. We have... MoveOn.org is ignored at everyone's peril. We're lucky to have Patrick here, thank you, representing Jay Inslee's office. And we're here to talk about the cost of the war to us right here in this district. We have a $500 billion war right now, looking to head toward $1 trillion. And it's cost this district right here, people here, $1.45 billion. That's right out of your pockets, right out of schools' pockets, right out of the police's pockets, right out of Head Start, right out of health care, right out of opportunities for people and children right here in our community. And we are fed up with it. We are taking to the streets. We're here in the streets right now, and we mean business. MoveOn.org means business, and we are not going to stop until we succeed. I'd love to talk about a lot of the wonderful people's ideas here. We're trying to stay on point. 911 truth, impeach Bush. Those are all fantastic ideas, anything that works. But we're going to talk about the cost to us right here, the people and the children, like these kids right here, the things they lose in our district because of the money spent on this ridiculous war. It is not winnable. People are turning against it in droves. Ex-military are turning against it. We were told it would cost $50 billion. We're headed toward $500 billion now, and we have a very, very serious situation on our hands with some really bad people running this country and sending us. And I think the biggest one for me, if you wanted to hurt this country, if you wanted to create terrorists, if you wanted to create hatred for America, what would you do? You would go out and do exactly what George Bush and Dick Cheney are doing right now. You would go out there and you would create a lot of people who hate America. You would make them hate us as hard as you could. It's almost as if it's planned. You couldn't have done it any better if you'd planned it. It's astounding what we had to go through. Thank you, Patrick Hogan, for representing Jay Inslee's office and being here. We're presenting you with MoveOn.org's report. Thank you. And please tell Jay that MoveOn.org, it's obviously a political phenomenon. He knows that, right? It's amazing what they've accomplished. We've been at house meetings. All of us have been at little meetings in groups with our potlucks and meeting friends and neighbors, and it's bringing communities together. And what's bringing us together is the need to get out of this war. Mm-hmm. So let Jay know that we mean it, and we're not going to stop until we get it. And
we're not going to take it.
Yeah. Now, I have a representative here. I'm with you, but I have a representative here. Let me go ahead and ask. Why is impeachment off the table? Do you know? Why do they say we're not going to do this?
Well, Jay's been on record as not supporting impeachment. We can talk about that another time.
He doesn't support, torture isn't enough, illegal wiretapping isn't enough, Alberto Gonzales isn't enough, the crimes of 911 aren't enough to impeach these people?
I'm here today to listen and
hear what we have
back to the congressman. That's my job, is to be the eyes and ears.
Then we
have a debate today.
If he would, have him let us know. We want to know why he's on record as no impeachment. I mean, is it just a political consideration? We want to win in 2008. Why is it? I mean, that might be the only way we'll get out of this war. George Bush and Dick Cheney don't listen to anything. They don't listen to us. We have to. I know we're supposed to stay on point, but they won't. They aren't listening. I mean, what does it take? What does it take? Alberto Gonzales lying in front of Congress, and he needs to go out and nothing happens.
As I said, I'm just here to listen.
Just here to listen, and we thank you for coming and thank you for being here.
Let's go to the World Court. We never get to see it. Where does the Constitution? Let's go to the World Court.
All right. Thanks a lot. Patrick, thank you for coming. Yeah, I know. I want to know why it's off the table. Well, we did it. $1.45 billion for our district alone.
Say that number again.
$1.45 billion in our district.
That our HRES 333 articles for Dick Cheney have our are in Congress now, sponsored by Dennis Kucinich. There are 20 members of Congress who have signed on. None of them have imploded. It's time for Jay Inslee to sign on to HRES 333. The administration is talking about invading Iran, which would be a nuclear conflagration that we've never seen before. We have to impress upon Jay Inslee that we will not support him, his campaign, his re-election, unless he supports our Constitution and honors his oath of office by supporting and co-signing HRES 333. Impeach is a way to end this grotesque occupation in Iraq and to unite our country behind the ideals of the U.S. Constitution. For this reason, we must tell Jay Inslee to impeach or leave office now.
We also want him to know it's time to stand up and cut off the funding for this war.
And cut off
the funding for this war.
Dennis Kucinich wrote an article yesterday lamenting the 500 Iraqi dead yesterday alone. 500. We're talking about Baghdad without water and electricity. This is a war crime. Our country is engaged in genocide, a war crime, and the way to stop the war crime is to impeach right now with full vigor and speed.
I need to interrupt. The Move On members will be moving on to Lake Forest Park now.
Let's hear it. We're here to talk about impeachment as well.
Hey,
People
wait a
of
minute
conscience
before you go.
must
Okay,
ask
there's a
Jay
couple on the
Inslee to
messages
impeach.
that you have to hear. One of them is that we need to have a candidate to run for this particular office. There was a candidate here, a young man that taught at Kamiak High School. His name is Jason Call, and he's running for Congress right now in New Mexico. He's a tremendous guy, but if he was here, we would be urging him. So one of you, somebody has to stand up for our principles and be a candidate to take over this office to express the views that we have.
We are members also of Move On. Many people in the impeachment movement. It's a nonpartisan effort to reinstate our Constitution. We invite Move On to endorse impeachment, to restore our Constitution, end war and occupation, and call this government into account. Let's hear it for impeachment. We need to focus on